Day 14. The power's been out for 2 weeks. You're crouched behind your kitchen island because someone just rattled the knob on your back door. You can hear them breathing. You can smell them, actually, because the wind's coming the wrong way and your window is cracked open because your house got too hot last night with all the candles. Your shotgun is upstairs. Your dog is dead. The chain lock you installed last Tuesday? It's held on by 4 screws going into soft pine, and both of you know it. And here's the ugly truth you already suspect. That beautiful suburban home you've been prepping inside of? It was never built to keep anyone out. It was built to keep the rain off your Amazon packages. Your front door is basically a hollow piece of cardboard dressed up in a cute color. Your windows are a suggestion. Your security system is a sticker. In a world where the cops don't answer the phone, you don't live in a fortress. Fortress? You live inside a gift box, and the bow on top is that Ring camera you thought made you safe. Stick with me. We're gonna fix that. Not with concrete and razor wire, not with a $20,000 safe room, but with things you probably already own. And a way of thinking most people never learn until the day they need it. And later, I'll tell you the one thing almost every prepper forgets, the thing that makes all the locks, all the bars, all the boards completely useless. It's not what you think. It's not even inside the house. Let's talk about who's actually coming for you, because here's a number that should chill you. In the 2019 Venezuelan blackout, armed home invasions spiked an estimated 400% inside 7 days. During the 1977 New York blackout, 1,616 stores were looted in a single night, and over 1,000 fires were set. When the lights go out, your neighbors don't become monsters. They become hungry. Those are 2 different species of threat, and you need to plan for both. The threat has 3 faces. The opportunist, the hungry guy walking by who sees your curtains glow and your chimney smoke. The pack, a group of 4 to 6 who've figured out that empty-looking houses probably aren't. And the familiar, which is the worst one. Somebody who knows you, who's eaten at your table, and who remembers you bragged about your pantry back in 2023. Each of them wants a different key. We're taking all 3 keys away. Starting with the first fix, which I'm calling the gray shell. Your home right now is loud, not in sound, in signal. It's broadcasting everything you own to anyone with eyes. Smoke from the chimney means heat, heat means fuel, fuel means resources. A lit window at night in a dark neighborhood is a lighthouse screaming, "Come take my stuff." The smell of bacon cooking 2 blocks away will turn a desperate stranger into a determined one. You want your home to look exactly as miserable as every other home on the street. Blackout curtains, and I mean real ones, not the $100 Target kind. Layer a wool blanket behind them. Tape the edges. If light doesn't leak, you don't exist. Cook early in the morning when wind patterns are calmest and smoke blends with morning haze. Don't start a generator unless it's inside a sound-dampened box buried in a shed, because a Honda running in the distance is a dinner bell to anyone who's gone 3 days without eating. Now the second layer, what I call door theater, because your door is a theater prop. A standard residential door has a strike plate held on by 2 screws, each about 3/4 of an inch long. A 150-pound man throwing his shoulder into it generates us around 200 pounds of impact force. The math is humiliating. So here's the trick almost nobody does. You don't need a new door. You need a $4 pack of 3-inch wood screws and a 4-foot piece of steel. Replace every hinge screw and every strike plate screw with the long ones so they bite into the stud behind the frame, not just the trim. Then add a second strike plate reinforcement, 12 inches long, running up the frame. Add a floor-mounted security bar. Now your door goes from shoulder pops it in 2 seconds to 3 guys with a sledgehammer giving up after 4 minutes. 4 minutes is forever. 4 minutes is when they go bother someone else. Windows. God, Windows. Every window in your house is a hole in your security pretending to be a view. You're not going to brick them up. You don't need to. You need 3M security film, the real 8mm stuff, on every ground floor pane. It doesn't stop a bullet. It doesn't stop a determined man with an axe. What it does is turn a 1-second smash and climb into a 40-second job and climb into a 40-second job of hacking at a pane that keeps bending but refuses to fall apart. 40 seconds is loud. 40 seconds is witnessed. 40 seconds is when the opportunist quits and moves ons. And I'll be honest, I installed this stuff on a rental years ago, and it was the most expensive prep I made that I was happiest about buying, because nothing else lets you keep the view and also a spine. Now, if you're still with me, hit that subscribe button, because the next part is the one people get wrong and pay for with their lives. And if this kind of breakdown is useful to you, someone in your block could probably use it too. Your like button is how the algorithm hands this to them before they need it. Maybe it saves them. Maybe it saves you. Because a prepared neighbor is an ally and an unprepared one is a problem waiting to happen. Third layer, the dead ground. This is what the military calls the space around a defended position that has no cover, no concealment, and nowhere to hide. Your yard right now is a buffet of hiding spots. The hedge by the porch, the unlit side gate, the garbage cans stacked against the fence, the kids' playhouse, that decorative stone wall you thought looked charming. Every one of them is a place someone can sit at 3 in the morning and watch your routines. You don't need to bulldoze your yard. You need to trim the bottom 3 feet off every bush within 20 feet of your house, so a person can't crouch behind them. Lay gravel in strips under every window. It's a poor man's alarm system, because humans cannot walk silently on gravel, period. Move the trash cans away from the fence so they can't be used as a step. And that wooden gate with the loose latch? Either fix it or feed it to the wood stove, because right now it's an invitation. Fourth, and I call this one the inside maze, because here's the uncomfortable truth. Someone is going to get in eventually. Maybe not this month. Maybe year 2. When it happens, you want your house to fight for you. Layer the inside. The door from the garage to the kitchen gets the same upgrade treatment as the front door. Bedroom doors at night get a simple wedge, the cheap rubber kind, $5, and those things hold against a 200-pound kick like they were welded to the floor. Keep essentials in a bag you can grab in the dark. Map your house in your head the way a firefighter maps a building. Know which floorboards creak. Know which window faces the neighbor you trust. Because, as somebody who survived more than they should have once wrote, a house is only a home to the man who knows every way out of it. And here's the callback I promised you, the thing nobody talks about. The thing that makes every lock, every screw, every piece of film completely useless. It's your mouth. It's the Facebook post about your new garden. It's the photo of the pantry stockpile you sent to the group chat. It's your kid telling a friend at school that daddy's got a generator. Operational security, opsec, the idea that information is the first thing stolen and the first thing that gets you killed, is the real fortress. You can have the strongest house on the block, and if one person on day 3 tells one person on day 4 that you've got 6 months of rice, on day 5 there's a group at your door and none of your hardware matters. You are not paranoid for keeping quiet. You are not rude for saying, "We're struggling like everyone else." You are alive. That's the whole job. Here's why all of this actually works, and it's worth understanding. Your home doesn't have to be impenetrable. It just has to be the worst option on the block. Criminals and desperate people run cost-benefit calculations faster than any accountant. Too much light, too much time, too much noise, too many unknowns. They leave. You're not building a bunker. You're building friction. Every extra second, every extra decibel, Every extra unknown is a subtraction from the chance they pick you. Harden the shell, blind the signals, cut the hiding spots, layer the inside, shut the mouth. That's the whole playbook, and it costs less than a new phone. So, Day 14. The knob rattles again. But this time your window isn't cracked because you don't need it to be. Your house is dark and cool and silent like every other dead house on the street. The door holds because you drove 3-inch screws into oak last summer. The gravel under the window crunches, and your dog's replacement, the one you smartly got 2 of, lifts its head. And whoever is out there listens to the silence, does the math, and walks to the next house. Tired, hungry, cold, but moving on. You exhale. You go back to sleep. Because your home is finally doing its job. Comment below and tell me, what's the one weak point in your own place you already know about and haven't fixed yet? The broken latch, the sliding glass door, the garage that doesn't lock right. Naming it is the first step to fixing it, and somebody reading your comment might get the nudge they needed. And if you want to keep going, subscribe, because the next video is on the 3 neighbors you need to identify before things ever go sideways. And trust me, you don't want to miss which one is the most dangerous.